Yes.
I had puja.
Oh, you had a puja at home.
No, sir, at outside.
Oh, outside. Okay. No worries, because on Saturday the class was off. All the classes were off on Saturday. It was my daughter's birthday. She became 14 years old on the 23rd of September. How old are you, Aradhya? 11 or 12?
11.
11. And Adib, you are 11 too, I think.
12. 12.
12. Do you like bananas?
Yes, sir. I like watermelon.
Watermelon. Okay. And about you, Adib, which fruit is your favorite? Which do you like best?
Apple.
Apples.
Yes. Mango.
Adib loves apples. Apples are nice, but not my favorite.
I like mango.
Mm. I love mangoes. I love bananas. I love oranges.
So, mango.
Mm. Oranges are also one of my favorite. And
Yes.
I like, of course, guava.
Pomegranate.
Pomegranate depends, you know. If they are really red, really taste, really sweet, then fine. But again, I like
Fine.
them, but they're not my favorite.
Yes.
Mm. But I really, really love, you know, these mangoes and oranges and guavas and bananas. I love bananas with milk.
Yes, sir. I also.
Mm. Bananas with milk,
Banana.
with a little bit milk cream, you know, and that tastes yummy. So, so tasty.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
And they have not connected to the audio, Aman Raj and his brothers and sisters. Waiting for some more people to come. And how many of you like milk? Aradhya Prisha, do you like milk?
Yes, sir.
Adib, do you like milk?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you drink milk every day?
Yes, sir. Every day. Every
Every
day.
at night or in the morning? When do you drink?
I think.
At night.
Evening.
Yeah, before going to bed.
Yes, sir.
Drink warm milk or cold milk? In the evening. Aradhya, you drink in the evening.
Yes, sir.
Warm milk or cold milk? Cold milk. And you, Adi?
Warm.
Warm milk. Okay. And Aman Raj, you can turn your camera on. And what else was I saying? You see, do you drink just the milk or you add something to your milk like Bonvita or Complan or Horlicks?
Bonvita.
Bonvita.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Adib, do you also add anything to your milk or
No,
you
sir.
just plain
No,
milk?
sir. No, sir.
Plain.
No, sir.
My daughter doesn't like plain milk, so she adds something to it, something chocolatey,
They
something.
also not like
Yeah,
white.
that's true. A lot of children don't like the taste of milk, so they want something in that milk to change the taste.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think we can start now. The story that we were reading about the forest man. Where is it? The story. Okay. Okay. Let's find out. Let's do this. Yeah. So Molai forest, this is incredible, number, 80%, unbelievable. 80% of the world's migratory birds come to the Molai forest. And the name Molai is after Mola because his name is Mola. So people call the forest Molai forest as a tribute to Jadhav. They want to honor him. They want to give him the credit. So that's why they call that, jungle, that forest, Molai forest. So a tribute is clear. A tribute is something we do to give somebody honor, respect, right? A tribute. Molai as a tribute, as a tribute. A tribute is something we do to, give somebody respect, to give somebody credit, to give somebody, value. That is called tribute. For example, there was a great singer called Muhammad Rafi in India.
No, sir.
You never heard of Muhammad Rafi, guys? Muhammad Rafi was a great...
No, sir.
Okay, in the 1970s, when your father was a young boy, okay, or maybe your father was not born, I can't say, I'm not sure. When your grandfather was definitely young, okay, in 1970s, your grandfather was young, okay. In those days, there was a singer in film industry, in our film industry, Indian film industry. His name was Muhammad Rafi. He was a very, very good singer, great singer. He was not just good, he was great. So, there are lots of fans of Muhammad Rafi. There are lots of singers today. They think of Muhammad Rafi as their senior. Okay. And when it is Muhammad Rafi's birthday, they sing songs of Muhammad Rafi, as a tribute to him. They sing his songs as a tribute to him. It means they sing his songs to show respect towards Muhammad Rafi, right? A tribute is a piece, any action, anything you do to show respect to somebody. That's called a tribute. Okay, you know that our Indian forces, Indian army, they defend our nation, and sometimes they die in the process of defending our country.
Yes, sir.
Like in 2000, there was a war between India and Pakistan called Kargil War. Have you heard of Kargil War?
Yes, sir.
So in the Kargil War, lots of Indian soldiers died. Okay. Now, if somebody does something to show respect, suppose Kargil Day, when was the Kargil Day, Kargil War? Which day is celebrated as Kargil in, Shahid Divas or Vijay Divas? Vijay Divas. I think it is
11 November.
Vijay Divas, Kargil. Yeah, when is it considered, celebrated in India? On the 26th of July. On the 26th of July. Okay. So on the 26th of July, children, on the 26th of July, there will be lots of celebrations. Okay. Film actors, actresses, singers, they will all sing songs, do acting to remember the soldiers who martyred themselves, who, kind of, they gave up the biggest, I will say, sacrifice they made for the country. They died, right? So we will do lots of things as a tribute to those martyrs, to those soldiers who died on that day in the war. Okay, so a tribute is something we do. Okay, you can also call it Shraddhanjali in Hindi. There is a word Shraddhanjali, right? So when you do something as a tribute, then you are actually doing something to show respect to someone who has done something great. Did you understand the word tribute, or do I need to explain it in another way, in a simpler way? Do you understand the word tribute?
sir. Understand.
You understand the word tribute, right?
Yes,
So, okay, so as a tribute, they call that forest Mulai forest. They call that forest Mulai forest as a tribute to Jadhav. He says, who says, Vita?
Jadhav.
Mullah, hai na? Mullah,
Yes,
Jadhav,
sir.
yes. Jadhav says, as a child, I was fair and had pink cheeks, just like the winter radish. Okay, he says, as a child, I was fair. His skin was white. Okay, his skin was
Wow.
white. You know, he says, I was fair and had pink cheeks, just like the winter radish. Radish is a vegetable, right? Radish
Yes,
is
sir.
a vegetable.
That
As
is.
just like the winter radish, his cheeks were pink. So my nickname was Mola. So his nickname was Mola,
Mola.
meaning radish in the local language. Okay, Mola is the word for radish in the local language where he lived. Okay, in Assam. In Assam, Mola means radish in the local language. So because his cheeks were pink like radish, so people called him Mola, radish. Okay, radish in Hindi is muli.
Muli.
Okay, let me show you radish. Okay, Radish, radish. Some radish is white and some radish is pink as well. Take a look. You can see white
Muli.
radish and pink radish as well. It's all radish, different kinds of radish. These are long radish, these are round radish. Okay,
Pink red is called saljam.
shaljam, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, exactly. But I personally believe uh, shaljam is from a different family, a different vegetable. The taste of shaljam is different. However, some people do eat shaljam raw as well. I love mooli, radish, mooli, you know.
Yes.
So,
Sir, like I think paratha.
come again, beta.
Sir, I think it is the
Okay, so shaljam is you.
turnip.
It is, yeah, turnip. Turnip is the word for shaljam. Understand? But they are from the same family for sure. Radishes are smaller in size than turnips and have a crimson skin color. Turnips have white flesh. Have a look at some more differences. Okay. What is the difference if you want to know? Okay. Turnips are usually larger and are usually served cooked. I was saying that people don't normally eat saljam, raw. Some people do, but most people don't eat saljam raw, turnips raw. Most people cook the turnips, okay? And I personally don't like turnips as much, but I love radish, I love radish as raw. I eat them raw, and I eat radishes, cooked as well with brinjals, eggplant. Eggplant, bangan. So
Yes.
eggplant or brinjals. There are two words in English for bangan. We call them eggplants, and we also call them brinjals. Okay, in English. So I like the combination of brinjals and radishes together. I love the combination. My mother, my wife sometimes cooks them, and they really, really tasty. Not many spices are added to the curry. It's not a curry, it's a bhujia type thing actually. Have you eaten that? Brinjal
Yes,
and
sir.
rat combination?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I
Sir,
did.
I have.
Yeah, it's very tasty, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
What about turnip? What about turnip? Shaljam, do you like turnip as well? Turnips?
No, sir.
Oh, sir.
Me neither, not very much. I mean, I don't mind, but they're not my favorite. I don't mind turnips, but they're not my favorite. Okay, look at Cora. What is the difference between a daikon and turnip? Tasty and unique turnip and radish dish. Okay. Yeah. Okay, radish here. So they look very like saljam. They look very like turnips, but they are different, different in texture, different in color as well. Okay. These radishes look so beautiful, now so beautiful, white. They look so tempting. I feel like, taking a bite of them. These ones don't look so beautiful because they are dirty a little bit.
Yes, it dirty.
Yeah. But these look so beautiful, white and green combination. Do you have them raw? Do you eat, radishes raw? Adib,
No,
Ara-
sir.
Sir,
I
I
ate muli paratha.
yeah, muli paratha is very, very tasty. Now, young
Yes, sir.
children can't
Very
eat radish raw. छोटे बच्चे नहीं खाते. Young children don't eat radishes raw. They like radishes when they are cooked. Okay. Now,
tasty.
moving on to the next part. Okay, beta. So why was he called Mola? Why was his name Mola?
Because
because
radish,
of the red chicks
because his
was
cheek
like
was like
winter radish.
red radish.
Yeah, when he was a
Winter
kid,
radish.
when he was a kid, he was very fair, okay, and his cheeks were uh, pink, okay, just like he had pink cheeks, just like the winter
Winter
radish.
radish.
Yeah, exactly. That's why people called him Mola, because Mola means radish in the local language. Mola means radish in the local language. People started calling the forest Molar Habi. Molar Habi. Molar Habi. People started calling the forest Molar Habi. Habi is the word for forest in the local language. Habi means forest in the
Forest.
local language. Yes. Molar Habi. Molar Habi means Molar's forest. Jadav, however, refuses to take credit. He does not want to take credit. He refuses to take credit. All people call the forest Molar Habi, means Molar's forest.
Forest.
But he doesn't want to take the credit. He says, no, I don't want to take credit. Now, the birds, cows, deer, wind, water, and elephants have helped me, he says. Okay. He says that the birds, cows, deer, wind, water, and elephants have helped me. So I cannot take credit alone, he says. Very, very, such people are very, I will say, modest. Those people are called modest. Those who don't take the credit for the good things they do, they are modest people. He's very modest. He says, no, I did not do it alone. So many people helped me. The birds helped me. The cows helped me. The deer, the wind, the water, the elephant, they have all helped me. Okay. So I don't want to take credit alone. People want to know my story. People want to know my story. He says, people want to know his story. I tell them I just plant trees. I tell them I just plant trees. I don't do anything special. I just plant trees. And I would like all of you to do the same. I would like all of you to plant trees. Okay, let's see, beta, if we have the next page here. And I would like all of you to do the same. To do so means he wants all of us to plant trees. Okay, I want to ask, have you ever planted a tree, children?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
That's interesting. Adi, because you live in a village, it's very easy for you now to plant
Yes,
trees
sir.
and spend time with the trees and gardens and all these natural things. But there are children who are living in big cities like Raj Aryan. Raj, have you ever planted a tree?
Sir, my father planted.
Your father has
No,
planted.
sir.
Now, Raj Aryan never got the chance. If you got a chance to plant trees, Raj, would you like that? Would you like to do that?
Yes, sir. I would plant a tree of mango.
You would plant a tree of a mango. You would plant a mango tree, right? Okay,
Yes, sir.
just like Tenali Raman, a mango tree you would plant. Okay,
Sapling.
yeah, the sapling, exactly. We
I
plant a.
pla- I planted guava tree.
Oh, Adib has already planted guava trees. And when was that? You have planted flowers. Okay, that's interesting. Adib, you tell me, when did you plant your guava tree? This year, last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
Yes,
When?
sir. Once year ago.
1 year ago.
Yes, sir.
And is the tree now big or still growing?
Still growing.
Okay. Does it fruit? Does it
No,
bear fruit?
sir.
Not yet. When can you expect fruit in that tree? When can you expect guavas in that tree?
After 2 years.
Just a second. My speaker has stopped working. My speaker isn't working. Just give me a second.
Now connected to desktop 05 EVJ8C.
Connected again. Yes, Adib. When are you expecting fruit on that tree?
After 2 years.
2 years. Okay. In 2025, in 2026, that tree that you planted, that guava tree that you planted, is going to fruit. It's going to bear fruit. It will be so exciting, isn't it, Adib? Do you
Yes.
think? Do you think the guavas are going to be sweet and tasty?
No. I didn't think. I don't.
Uh, you don't know for sure, but you hope that they are tasty and sweet, right?
Yes.
Of course. You have to wait for that 2 more years. Okay. So people want to know this man's story and they ask him, and he says only one thing: I just plant trees. I don't do anything special. I just plant trees. And he wants everybody to do the same. He wants people to plant trees as well. Trees are the lifeline of the forest. Trees are the lifeline of the
Plant
forest.
of the forest.
There are no trees, there will be no forest. Okay, trees are the lifeline of the forest. They balance our ecosystem. Trees balance our ecosystem. Okay, ecosystem, we have animals, we have trees, we have plants, oxygen, carbon dioxide, and all these things, So trees,
Helium.
yes, trees balance this ecosystem, If there is no life left, what is the use of all the advancements we have made? Okay, so see, everybody knows that the modern life that we are living, it has come at the cost of a lot of forest and a lot of trees, right? In the past, there were more forests, there were more trees. Like you see Bihar Shif today, and the surrounding areas of Bihar Sharif. There are so many buildings, there are so many people. But if you go 1,000 years back, if you go 1,000 years back, okay, a lot of these buildings, a lot of these people were not there. There were only trees and forest, more trees and more forest. We human beings are cutting trees, right? And we are cutting trees so blindly. We are cutting trees so indiscriminately. We are not really concerned about what will happen to this planet. Everybody knows that the temperature of the earth is rising. You know, the earth is becoming hotter and hotter. And this is happening. Yes, beta, this is happening because of industrialization, because we are producing so much of carbon
Burning of
dioxide.
fuels,
Yeah, we
burning
are.
of fuels,
Yeah,
factory waste.
exactly.
Petrol, diesel.
Petrol, diesel, coal, all these things are contributing to this pollution. And you can see the water is not very clean everywhere. You know, the air is not very clean everywhere. And this is the reason that so many people are concerned about the future. If we continue at this rate, if we keep going this way, a time will come when it will be impossible for human beings to live on this planet.
Sir, in river है ना, it's in river there are people who throw out garbage, many garbage,
Yes,
and
Pita.
river were dirty.
Yes, sweetie, exactly. Some people don't understand the importance of keeping our environment clean. They don't understand how important it is. They don't understand without a clean environment, human beings cannot live a healthy life. A time might come in the future when there will be no life possible on earth if we continue to damage our environment. And if we love our children and our children's children in the future, then we will take care of our planet. And that's why a lot of governments, like Indian government, American government, and many governments have decided that they will stop using petrol in the future. They will not use petrol in the future because petrol is the biggest reason why we have so much pollution. And they will use maybe solar energy. They will use hydro energy. Hydro energy comes from hydrogen. Scientists have come up. Yes, scientists have
Wind
come up.
energy, wind
Clean.
These,
energy.
yeah, these are all clean energy sources. Exactly. So let's see, even nuclear energy is safe if it is used properly, okay? Nuclear energy is also very safe. But unfortunately, India does not have the technology with us. Yes, we are dependent on America for that technology, you see. And maybe in the future, America will cooperate with India and we will have nuclear reactors which will create electricity. And then children, our electricity will be cheap in the future. Okay. Today, we are paying a lot of money for electricity because electricity in countries like India is very, very expensive, 8 rupees, 10 rupees per unit. But if you have those nuclear reactors, modular nuclear reactors, which are very, very easy to make, and they produce electricity at a very cheap price, then electricity will come down to 2 rupees per unit, 3 rupees per unit. The prices will go down by 80%, 70%. But then the problem is India does not have the technology of its own. It depends on other countries. Let's see what happens in the future. Our government is in conversation with other governments to share their technology with us. And I think they should share, because if India produces clean energy, clean electricity, then it will be good for the planet as well, right? Because 1.4 billion people who live in India, they need electricity. Without electricity, we cannot really live life. It's impossible today. So we need clean energy. And this is how we can keep the temperature of the earth down. Otherwise, if it keeps going up, the temperature, if it keeps getting hotter and hotter, then one day this world will come to an end. And that one day will not be very far.
Very far, sir.
No, I'm just saying, beta, if we do not take care of our planet, then soon life will end on this planet. In 1,000 years, 500 years, things can become very difficult. If we do not do anything now, if we do not wake up to this challenge, this threat that we have to our planet, if we do not realize that there is a real danger to our planet, if we don't realize it, then it is going to be too late. However, people have started doing things, even we have got, solar panels on our roof now. And very soon we will have electricity, producing from, we will produce electricity with these solar panels. So we are very excited about it, actually. And we will encourage other people as well to get solar panels on their roof. The government is giving high subsidy, if you spend 2 lakh rupees, you will have a solar, panel system, a solar system, not solar system, solar energy producing system, I should say, solar energy producing system that will produce 20 units of electricity per day. 20 units of electricity per day. And even if you don't need all that energy, you can sell that energy to the government. All right. And the government will give you money for producing that electricity. So you should try and learn more about it. Ask your papa to find out more about this. Okay. This is such a great opportunity for everybody to get to help, this cause of keeping our planets, clean. Because solar energy is definitely cleaner energy, isn't it?
Yes.
Much cleaner than at least coal energy and petroleum energy. Fossil fuel energy, we can call it fossil fuel. The word used for petrol is fossil fuel.
Fossil fuels.
Yes. Okay. So children, he's saying that what's the use of all the advancements we have made, like we are not dependent on bullock carts anymore, or carts anymore, chariots anymore. We have cars, we have planes, we have trains, right? We have rockets. Today we have the internet. We have made a lot of advancements in technology. But what's the point? What's the point of it all if there will be no life left? So that's a real concern. That's a very good question, that we want to make progress, but not at the cost of our lives, our planet's life. If the planet dies, we will all die, right? We cannot live. So it's very important that we look after our planet Earth, and we, like I said, life is not possible if Mother Earth is not happy with us. It's very important. Now, discussing why he started planting trees, Jadhav adds. So people often ask him, no, Jadhav bhai, why did you start planting trees? I mean, where did it all begin? Where did you get the inspiration? Where did you get this idea that you should plant trees? I mean, today you have planted a whole lot of forest, but where did it all begin? Where did you start this idea that you should plant trees? Jadhav adds, Jadhav says, this place is called Mogro Khuti. Okay, Mogro Khuti. Okay. This place is called Mogro Khuti. Rapid erosion happened when the Brahmaputra flooded annually years back. Okay. Rapid erosion happened. What is rapid erosion? Rapid is fast, beta. Rapid means fast. You want to learn English fast, right? You want to learn English rapidly, okay? So rapid means beta fast. Okay, beta, technology is changing rapidly or technology is changing slowly? What do you think?
Rapidly.
Rapidly.
Yes,
Technology rapidly.
rapidly. Okay. Yes, there are changes, rapid changes in technology, right, children? There are rapid change. Rapid means beta fast, rapid. Okay. Something that happens at a great pace, then we call it rapid. Okay. Rapid change. Okay. So rapid erosion happened. Erosion, do you know what erosion is?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Erosion comes from the verb erode. Erode and erosion. Let me tell you, when the rain falls or when the floods come, then they take the soil with it, right? With the water.
Top
And that
soil.
is, yes, the top layer of the soil. That is called erosion of soil. Okay. Erosion of soil. And when it happens quickly, we call it rapid erosion. Rapid erosion. Some people use the word soil erosion. Okay, soil erosion. Okay,
Yes, the
so
soil erosion.
exactly. You might have read
That
about
is,
soil erosion
I
in.
studied in SST book, my social science.
Oh, okay, okay. So, children, rapid erosion happened when the Brahmaputra. You know Brahmaputra. The Brahmaputra
Yes,
is the
sir.
name of a. It is the name of a
River.
river. Exactly. Exactly. So when the Brahmaputra flooded annually, every year it flooded. Brahmaputra flooded annually means every year it flooded, beta. Okay. Years back, many years back, and Mogro Khuti turned into a desert for kilometers. Mogro Khuti turned into a desert for kilometers. So why did this happen? Because the annual flooding, the every year flooding took away, washed away the top layer of the soil. And the top layer of the soil is the most important layer. You know that, right? It has the most fertility is in the top layer. If the top layer is washed away, the lower layers will not be able to produce anything, because the animals that die, the tree leaves that fall, all these things slowly and slowly decay and add to the fertility of the top layer of the soil. Perhaps you understand, the top layer of the soil is more fertile than the lower layers,
Yes, sir.
because all the things that happen on the planet, like animals die, then we say leaves fall, and they all decay slowly, and their decay, as they decay, they change into something that helps the strength of the soil, and the soil becomes more and more fertile. So the top layer was washed away every year because of the flood, or the floods washed it away, the top layer. So slowly and slowly things stopped growing in this part called Mogro Khuti, and it became a desert for kilometers. So what changed Mogro Khuti into a desert, beta? The annual flooding of the Brahmaputra, right? The annual flooding of the Brahmaputra changed Mogro Khuti into a desert. Before that, it was not a desert. It was a nice place. Things grew here. But when the Brahmaputra started flooding every year, and floods are bad. Floods are bad for so many reasons, right? People die, houses are washed away, animals die, animals are washed away. So floods are the worst thing that can happen, actually, to people. It is one of the worst natural disasters, floods. You understand natural disasters, the bad things that happen, like the
Yes, sir. Earthquakes,
earthquake,
floods.
floods. These are called natural disasters. So children,
Volcano erupt.
yes, volcano eruption is also
Eruption.
a disaster. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. So children, as we were talking,
Landslide.
yes, beta?
Drought.
Landslide.
Drought. Drought.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Droughts are also natural disasters, right?
Yes.
In a way, floods
Land.
and are related. Yeah, floods and droughts are kind of related, you know. Um, if there are floods, that's why we have droughts, you know. When we have a lot of rain, then some year there is very little rain. Well, you have to study these subjects, you know, to understand these things in detail. That's not my subject. I'm not an expert on these things, but I know as much as a normal person, you know, layman knows. Layman means a common man knows. I know that much. Okay. So children, the Brahmaputra flooded every year, and that washed away the top layer of the soil, and that's why this area called Mogor Kuti, it changed into a desert. I decided to have a forest here, and he decided to have a forest here. This desert that he saw, he wanted to have a forest here. So I built a small boat and started planting saplings. Wow, very funny. So he started planting saplings. Saplings means everybody understands. So small plants are called saplings. Okay. Started planting saplings. I came back every day to see their progress. It is true. All human beings are the same. You know, when we do something, we want to see progress. When you plant a tree, you also want to see the, you know, growth in that tree. You want to see whether the tree is growing bigger or it's not growing bigger. And when it is growing bigger, you feel happy. Adib, because you have planted a guava tree, so you know the feeling, right? Adib,
Yes, sir.
saw that tree growing bigger. Did you feel happy?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. So I have a new channel, you see, YouTube channel, and I check the, you know, growth, like how many new people have joined, how many people have subscribed to the channel, how many watch hours have increased. I check these things, you know, because it makes me happy when I see growth. It's human nature, right?
Yes.
But some people are rather impatient, you know. They can't wait for the growth. They want all the growth in one day, in one night, you know, overnight. They want a lot of changes, a lot of, you know, improvement very quickly. And those people are usually unhappy because it takes time, right, children? Big things take time. There is a saying in English, Rome was not built in a day. Rome was not built in a day. Rome was a very big empire. Okay, the Roman Empire was a very big empire, but it was not built in one day. It took a long time to build the Roman Empire. So the message is, if you want to achieve big things in life, then you should be ready to work for long hours. You should be ready to work for a long time. You should have a patient attitude and keep working. Just like speaking English, you know, some people are very impatient. They join a class and they want to see a change in themselves very soon, like in a day or two or a week or two. That's not how it works, you know. You will be able to see a change over a long time, you know, if you keep working hard. There's no two ways about it. If a man like Jadhav can start planting saplings and change it into a forest, then what is not possible? Tell me. Everything is possible if people do it for long enough. Now imagine if Jadhav had stopped, you know, planting saplings, planting trees after 1 month or 2 months. If he had said, oh, these trees are just not growing very fast, I don't want to do it anymore. And imagine if he had stopped after 1 or 2 months, then he would never be called Mola the forest man, Jadhav the forest man. He got this title because he did not give up. He kept working, right? So similarly, children, we students of English need to work the same way. We do not need to look back and think about, or look too far ahead and think of the future. We just need to enjoy the process. As long as you're enjoying the process of learning, you should be fine with it, you know. You should not worry about it too much. So he decided that he wanted to have a forest here. So he came back every day. What did he do? He built a small boat and started planting saplings. I came back every day to see their progress. Naturally, my boat is as old as my forest. I still carry saplings in it every day. Wow, that boat he built, he still has that boat, right? He says, my boat is as old as my forest. You understand this sentence? My
Yes,
boat is
sir.
as
Yes,
old
sir.
as my forest.
Forest.
Okay. Yeah.
सर इसका मतलब मेरा बोट ये फॉरेस्ट से भी पुराना है.
Nahi, 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 nahi. My boat is as old as my forest. Remember when he started making when he made the boat, he made the boat to plant saplings, right? So his boat is as old as the forest. It means same. They are both the same age. Okay, let me give you another sentence, children. Okay. Our institute, this STC institute, is as old as our nephew, my nephew. My nephew Aditya, he was born in 2004, okay? And that year, my brother decided to start this institute, okay, STC. So this institute is as old as my nephew Aditya. I hope you understand.
No, sir.
Okay, beta. In 2004, my nephew Aditya was born, okay?
Yes, sir.
On the 18th of March. Then my brother said, now that I have a child, I should try to earn more money. And he took the institute outside. Before that, beta, he was just teaching at home. Okay. My brother was just teaching at home. He did not call this as an institute. He did not have a name for this institute. But in 2004, when my nephew was born, my brother decided to take a room outside, okay, and he put a banner, Sony's tutorial classes, STC. So it means STC, the institute, is as old as my nephew Aditya. It means they're both the same age. They both started very much around the same time. Okay, let's see. Aradhya is 11 years old, and Ankush sitting next to me is also 11 years old. So we can say that Aradhya is as old as Ankush. Ankush is as old as Aradhya. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, Adib, do you understand better?
Yes, sir.
You did. You did now.
Sir,
Yes.
I have conversation book.
Yes.
Conversation book I have.
You have a conversation book. And
Yes,
what
sir.
do you have this book at school? Do you study with this book at school?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Send a photo, okay? Send a photo of first couple of pages. Okay,
Yes,
beta?
sir.
I have
Mm.
a conversation book.
Yes, Sagar?
I have a conversation book.
You have a conversation book too, Sagar.
Yes, sir.
Who gave you the book, Sagar? Who gave you the
Sir,
book?
I have also a conversation book.
Very interesting. Share with me the first couple of pages of your book, children. I would like to take a look.
Sir, you have gave it to me when I came to Bihar.
That's not a conversation book, sweetie. That's not a conversation book. It's an English language book to learn the English language. For adults and those people who do not know English, they can learn English with that book. Okay. So
Sir,
it's
I
not
have a novel also.
come again, Raj.
Sir, I have a novel also.
That's lovely. Yeah, I know. In the future, more and more children in India will speak English because English is now reaching lots of middle class
Compulsory
families.
language.
Yeah, yes, Adib. There was a time, Adib, in the past when only very rich people and from children of very rich families could speak English. That was the reason why I wanted to learn English as well. Because, I was from a poor family. My father was not very rich. and we always had money problems. So of course we could not go to big schools, expensive schools. I went to a government school, free school. Okay, some people made fun of this, that we went to a government school. Some people made fun that my father didn't have enough money to send us to a private school, English medium school. We felt bad about it, that people made fun of us and my father. So we decided that we would work hard and we would learn to speak English better than other people. Those who go to private school and English medium schools will speak English better than them. And that's how we motivated ourselves and finally learned to speak good English. So what I'm saying is, there was a time very few people spoke English, okay? And now a lot of people speak English, especially in India. You see, the number of people who speak English is on the rise. And this is a good sign, because Indians will rule the world in the future. Because if you are capable of speaking good English, if you're intelligent and smart, and if you have the good education, then everybody will want to hire you. They will want you in their company, to work for them. And if you guys, Indians, find jobs in so many different companies across the world, then we will bring money from everywhere to India. India will become a rich country again,
Yes, sir.
As we were talking about this, so as old as my forest. Adeeb, I understand why you are saying that this sentence means boat zyada purana, because you are thinking that the boat was made first and the jungle came up later, right, beta?
Sir, yes, sir.
I
Yes.
understand. But if you consider the beginning of the forest is the first sapling that he planted, beta, the birth of the forest was when the first sapling was planted. That was the birth of the forest, and then the forest grew and grew and grew. Can we say that, beta?
Yes, sir.
And that's when he made the boat as well. He made the boat and planted the first sapling. So we can say that both the things are the same age. His boat is as old as his forest. Can a father say, my son is as old as me?
No, sir.
Impossible. No father can ever say, my son is as old as me. And no son can ever say, my father is as old as me, right? Okay. Okay. Your friends are as old as you are, right? Aradhya,
No,
Precious,
sir.
Steve?
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
Yeah, but some of your friends are older than you. And some of your friends are younger than you as well.
My friends are me too younger and some bigger, older.
Some friends are younger than you, and some
Yes,
friends are
sir.
older than you, right, beta?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And some friends are as old as you are. Maybe, I don't know. It's possible. If a class has 20, 25, 30 people, then some people are
No,
as
sir.
old as you are.
55. My class has 55 students.
Wow, Adi, there are so many students, 55 students. Wow. Okay. And
44.
I don't want to
44.
come again.
I had 44 students on my class.
44 students in your class. Adib has 55. And Sagar, how many do you have in your class?
13 in a class.
I can't hear you very well, Sagar. Can you speak a little more loudly?
Okay, sir. 13 children's.
30 or 13, beta?
13.
13. 13 children. Okay.
In a
And
class.
Raj, how about you? How many students are there in your class?
Sir, in my class there are 37, and now in this semester there are 36 students.
All right. How many of them are boys and how many of them are girls?
Sir, I think there are less girls than boys.
Okay. All right. Fine. Aman Raj, I don't think he can answer the question at the moment. Aman Raj can answer in English? No, but he's listening, he's learning. That's good. Okay. So children, we'll carry on this story tomorrow. And remember, uh, remember, there is nothing called spoken English, beta. For you children, English is what you need to learn. And while I'm talking to you in English, do not believe that we are just learning the book. We are learning how to speak English as well, automatically. You see, those children, beta, who go to good English medium schools, and they have teachers like me who talk to them in English, teach them the stories in English. Those children never need a spoken English class, okay? There are lots of children in Patna, St. Loyola School and Notre Dame Academy. They do not need a spoken English class ever because they have good teachers at school, you know. And as I'm trying to give you the same feeling, beta. We don't need to do spoken English course because we are learning English. So we will speak good English automatically, okay? Because while reading these storybooks and everything. And I hope you guys are having a good time. Any thoughts, any ideas you have in your mind, you can share with me whenever you feel like, okay? Feel free to talk to me about anything, any of your feelings. We are wrapping up for today, okay?
Yes.
We'll carry on tomorrow.
Bye.
Yes,
Bye-bye.
sir. Bye.
care.
Bye.
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 Bye-bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye, beta.
Bye, sir.
Bye, Sagar.